Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Deep and you're watching Sense Saga. Today I wanted to share some of my favorite oud based perfumes that I personally think are perfect for this winter season under 1500 rupees. I have picked 3 really great options for you today, plus I'm gonna share a couple of bonus picks that are perfect for anyone with a tighter budget, some as low as 600 rupees for 100 milliliter. So if you want to smell nice and get some compliments this winter, I advise you to watch this entire video. But before we do get started, I need to highlight that oud or agarwood is an expensive component in a perfume. So to keep the cost low, most of these oud based perfumes in this price range may use synthetic oud to mimic the real thing. But that really doesn't mean that the perfumes are gonna smell pretty awful. Trust me, they still deliver some amazing smell quality and performance without that hefty price tag. So with this disclaimer out of the way, let's get started with the first perfume in today's list. So the first perfume in today's list is Heavenduft Candy Leather, which sells for 850 rupees for 50 milliliter. Well, I wanted to do an entire video about this perfume, but the topic best oud based perfumes got more vote in the poll that I ran in the community section. So I'm including this perfume in today's list, as it is also an oud based perfume that smells really good. So this is the bottle. This bottle is a typical Heavenduft design. The presentation might seem very basic, but the atomizer is not. It's not bad at all. While the design might not be surprising, the juice is very surprising for the price that it comes at. It opens up with a very bright burst of bergamot along with rose and some sweet honey accord. It's fresh, sweet and very uplifting, and as the smell develops, you're gonna get this lovely mix of oud and raspberry. While the oud adds a bit of warm and woody touch, it's not animalic or skanky, and the raspberry kind of balances that sweetness along with the oud. Also, there's a hint of incense in the mid note, which adds a bit more depth. At the base, there is woody notes with a hint of leather, and this leather makes it feel really classy. I mean, the leather over here is so good. I mean, it's not a pungent accord, but a very balanced, sophisticated leather blend. I don't know how Heavenduft managed to get this duck at this price range. By the way, this smells very close to Ombre Nomade by Louis Vuitton, around 70% I would say in my opinion. Well, the OG costs upwards of 35,000 rupees. I think it's an awesome deal to get something like this, which smells like Ombre Nomade, for just 850 rupees for a 50 milliliter. It lasts around 12 to 14 hours on the cloth, which is pretty impressive according to me. It's perfect for the casual evening gatherings or weddings, since it projects loudly for about 1.5 to 2 hours and stays pretty strong when applied on the clothes. Do note, this perfume is only for the winter evenings and not for the daytime. In the daytime, the sweetness might cloy you or choke you. Anything above 22 degrees centigrade is a no-go for this perfume. Secondly, this perfume is not good for the office environment, as it's a very loud projecting perfume and a very good room filler. Office environment prefers something subtle. This is just the polar opposite of subtle. It's loud and beast mode. However, the next perfume in today's list is actually good for the office in the winter season. So let me get to that up next. Okay, so next up is Ajwaa Oud. This is a bit more subtle and safe for the similar office setup. Nusuk is a sister brand of Riff's perfume, and it's a UAE based brand that makes impeccable bottle presentations with a very nominal price tag, and this comes from the house of Nusuk. This entire bottle cost only 1400 for a 100 milliliter bottle, and the bottle doesn't look cheap at all. This entire experience feels very premium. The bottle as well as the cap is very heavy and well built, and the atomizer just works properly, and the juice smells nice as well. It opens with a violet leaf note along with raspberry and some spices, which in my opinion is very unique combination. Then it moves into a heart note filled with rich oud and some floral notes. Again, the oud here is not skanky, but really sweet and fruity. Somehow I don't like the animalic skanky oud, and if that's your preference, this video is not for you. The base note of Ajwaa Oud has this warm amber-like vibe enhanced by something called Amber Extreme, along with laddenim and cedarwood. And I was completely not aware of Amber Extreme. I knew Amber, but I had not heard of Amber Extreme before. So I looked it up and found it's basically dry amber with hint of grapes. And you can definitely catch that unique hint in Ajwaa Oud's dry down. And it's really good. It's great for the office wear or any intimate setting since it projects moderately. Nothing beast mode going on over here. Although the projection is medium, the longevity with this perfume is decent, I would say. It lasts around 6 hours if applied on the clothes with a very close scent bubble that makes it very versatile for close encounters. And at the 7-hour mark, the perfume starts kind of fading away. And at the 8th hour, I feel it's not detectable at all. This perfume, according to me, is very good for both day as well as the evening. Perfect for dates, close gatherings, or something a bit more intimate, in my opinion. The only con, however, I feel with this perfume is it will not project heavily and not a good recommendation for events where you want to be noticed, such as weddings or something similar. But the third perfume in today's list, which I have saved for the last, is the best according to me for this kind of a setup. Well, the next one is Lattafa's Oud Mood, which costs 1500 rupees for 100 milliliter. I actually bought a decant from Sentira because I wasn't sure if I should invest in a full bottle because I was trying this for the first time and I made a blind purchase. But now that I have tried the decant, I am in love with this perfume. I'll definitely get a full bottle very soon for this one for sure. This fragrance is all about richness and depth. The perfume smells very well-rounded and the blend quality is superbly smooth. I mean, it's too good. The Oud Mood punches way above its price tag because for 1500 I was not expecting this quality at all. It opens with a note of sweet rose, saffron and spicy pimento, and honestly just feels luxurious. Pimento is like a pepper, so if you don't. Then it transitions into the mid-note filled with caramel and oud. The sweet toffee-like caramel with a slight touch of vanillic sweetness. I mean, I fell in love with the part of the dry down. And it's a nice, sweet blend, perfectly balanced between oud and caramel. The dry down has the base of amber with heavy resin-like texture that not only adds depth, but also ensures good longevity and projection coming from the mid-note. It lasts around 10 plus hours on the skin, and be cautious. This is a super strong beast mode projecting perfume. It offers a heavy projection for around 2 to 3 hours, but it's not overpowering or disturbing. While I do not recommend this for an office setup, but if you are that confident guy, you can rock this very well as well because it won't be disturbing anybody near you. It won't claw you or choke you by any means. And weddings or any similar occasion is like a piece of cake for this perfume, as it gets quite easily noticed by people around you. Plus the blend of caramel and oud is not that common, so chances are you might get decent compliments out of this one. So that's Lattafa's Oud Mood, my third perfume recommendation for today. That was my main list, but it's not over. We have some bonus for my audience with a tighter budget. Introducing perfume number 1. This is basically something different for the daytime. This is Arabian Aroma Seduction, priced at around 600 rupees for 100 milliliter. It's very similar to Qaid Al Fursan by Lattafa or Heavenduft's Despacito. This one has an interesting blend of pineapple, saffron and oud. The perfume opens with a burst of sweet pineapple, and then the dry down, the notes of pineapple blends with the warm notes of saffron mixed with oud. It's perfect for the daytime or any casual gathering on dates, you know. The projection is about 1.5 hours and lasts around 8 plus hours if applied on the clothes. Very good for the budget that it comes at. But the perfume will feel harsh initially, and that is kind of justified. You should have realistic expectation perfumes, and this harshness settles within the first 10 minutes after you spray the same. No note, price to quality ratio does matter, and when you start compromising on the pricing, you have to let go in terms of quality to some extent. Next on my list is Bella Vita's Oud Parfum. If you are really on a tight budget but still want something that smells like an oud in your collection, I highly recommend Bella Vita's Oud Parfum. This sells for around 600 rupees for 100 ml again. Although the brand mentions Parfum, but somehow I feel it's not parfum, it's more of an EDT. But that's my opinion and I can be wrong over here. This fragrance is very linear and has the notes of caramel, vanilla, cedarwood, sandalwood and musk. It perfectly captures that luxurious oud vibe without stretching your wallet much. And it's a good daily driver in my opinion, since it's inoffensive and can be used in any setup. But just keep in mind that it has got a very weaker projection, which means it might not stand out as much. It will keep you smelling good for the first 3 to 4 hours, then you need to top it up again. Projection is low as well, and the perfume projects for about 45 minutes in a very close proximity. So there you have it. Each of these fragrances offers something unique while providing an excellent value for the money. If you have enjoyed this video or found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more fragrance reviews as such. Let me know in the comment section which oud perfume you are excited to try, or if you have any of your favorites that I have not included in this list, do let me know. I'll check them out for sure. This is Deep signing out. I'll see you next time.